Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a sort of video prediction discussion topic for next week's episode of The Walking Dead, and further on as well. We're going to be talking in detail about whether or not we think they're going to kill off Beth. Alright, good stuff. So after doing my predictions video for episode 13 alone, I went into the description quite a bit. I went into the promos and kind of did some predictions on that. And I did mention in the video that I thought it was pretty likely they would kill off Beth. Possibly, anyway. Now, the reason for me to do this video is because I thought a little bit more about the title of the episode alone. Now, sometimes the titles don't mean a whole lot, but lately they seem to, for the most part. For example, in Claimed, the name of the episode, Claimed, it makes sense after you watch it because you hear about the bed where the two guys from the new group that Rick ran into, when the guy says it's already claimed, the bed is claimed, it's his, right? So to me personally, when I hear the word alone, the only thing I can think from that name is that one of our characters is going to be completely alone. Right? One of the characters in the show is going to be alone. We know, Rick's group with Michonne, Carl, no, I don't think they're going to get separated. Anyone's going to be alone from there. Same with Tyrese's group. I don't think there's any reason to think they'll even be in this episode. Glenn, he's not going to be alone. Tara's going to help him out. She's really got no other reason to live, and he did save her life. So, the two groups that look like they're going to be a heavy concentration for the upcoming episode, going to be Maggie, Bob, and Sasha, as well as, of course, from last week, Daryl and Beth, which we know are going to be in this episode as well. So it seems like those are going to be the two groups of focus there. Now, in terms of the two, I mean, it's possible, I guess, that Maggie could separate from Bob and Sasha to go off on her own and be alone, right? To be totally alone. But, I really don't think Sasha would allow her to do that and Bob would allow her to do that because they know how difficult it is to survive. And even with the three of them, it looks like from the fog and everything in the promo, I'll put the link in the description for it if you guys missed it or you didn't see the predictions video. I'll put a link for that as well because it's more of a general predictions. That, they're not going to let Maggie just go off on her own and be alone. At least I don't think so, especially Sasha with being such a control freak and the type of character that she is. So who is it that could be alone? What is the meaning of the episode? Well, one possibility, and it's just a prediction because I have no way to verify this or anything of the sort. Don't get me wrong here. If Beth was to die, Daryl would be alone. Now, it's basically confirmed at this point that Daryl's not going to die because there are some pictures you can see online of him still alive that have been leaked, spoilers basically, of Norman Reedus, on set. He's still there. He's not going to die anytime soon. I'm fairly certain, even though I was a little bit concerned before the episode still. But now that I hear that title, man, and the concentration in still on Beth, right? The concentration on her, what they did with her and Daryl, it really feels like they kind of gave her, that's like her episode, isn't it? Because, yeah, Daryl's there too. There's some stuff from him in there as well, too, that get like a little bit of development for him as well. But I would say if one character, that episode concentrates on one character, that it would be Beth. And as we saw in Internment with Herschel's, it's kind of like Herschel's episode, right? Before he's killed later on. It almost to me feels like they're kind of giving Beth her own episode. And they're going to kill her off next week, and then Daryl will be alone. That would make sense. The title would fit. What they did last week would make sense as well, too, because the thing about it was a really slow episode by itself. It had a lot of character development for Beth, I want to say, and also Daryl, and just time for her in the series, time for her in the show. Now, would they do that just normally out of the blue without any kind of intent? Possibly. It could kind of be to fill it up a little bit, fill out the season. We do have 16 episodes, don't get me wrong. But is it just me, or did it kind of feel like after seeing it, that it's kind of like they made that for her so that she would have her own episode? You see what I'm saying? And they always talk about, Robert Kirkman in his interviews, he always talks about being realistic to that world. Daryl knows, and even Beth says it in the episode, it's kind of like foreshadowing, that he looks at her like she's just some dead girl already. And it's kind of like too when when we first saw them in this second half of the season, Beth, even one Walker almost gets her. Daryl has to come in and save her. It seems like to me she's not really able to defend herself. I mean, the actress Emily Kinney, she only weighs like 120 pounds probably, or 130 pounds, something like that, right? So it wouldn't really be realistic that she would be able to defend herself in a zombie apocalypse, I don't think. She's probably not that athletic. She's probably not that great at running. And, being that lightweight, it's not good because, in a zombie apocalypse anyway. In real life, I mean, it's good to be in shape. It's good to be lighter. But even if you had some fat weight on you, it's better in that type of situation, because if a walker is going to wrestle with you and come against you, right, and put its weight on you, if you have more body weight to push back, you're pushing all that weight against it. Now, yes, muscle weight is more useful than fat, but when it comes to things like that, having more body weight does allow for you to press back, right? To push back against it. You see this all the time with, like if you're doing a bench press, for example, right? And even if you have another 10 pounds of fat than you would normally, you're going to get a little bit of extra force from that movement because you're pressing against it. The force of your weight is going against it, basically. Now, this is kind of getting a little bit into too much into wrestling, that kind of stuff, so I don't want to get into theory about that, but it does. The more body weight you have and you're pushing against something, you're putting more force on it, and it's very useful if a walker is to kind of get in there and start to kind of grapple with her and try to bite at her, right? She's going to have a tough time. We've seen this already, pushing that walker off because she's so lightweight. She's got no chest, she's got no triceps, right? So she can't, like Daryl, he could just, right? Because he's got the weight, the muscles to push it off, right? So what I'm basically saying is that in that world, it's not really realistic that she'd be able to take care of herself out in the open, right? If Daryl's not there to protect her, even if they get separated for 5 minutes or 10 minutes or something, if a couple walkers get up on her, and she can't run away, is she really going to be able to take him down? I kind of struggle. I struggle to see it. And also, I don't really know where they're going with her character. She had a good purpose, which was to take care of Judy and to do that kind of stuff when she was at the prison, but now Judy's not there with her. She's just kind of surviving with Daryl. Are they going to get involved in some kind of romantic relationship? That's a possibility. They could be going that route with the two of them. We do see them holding hands in the promo, so it's possible, but I don't know. The title itself just kind of screams to me that someone's going to be alone, and it probably will be Daryl. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Do you think they're going to kill off Beth, or do you think they have more in store for her in the future? Kind of a more specific, concentrated prediction. I say it's very likely. I think I'm going to go as high as to say, I would say for a prediction, 75%, 75%. Something like that. Let's go for 72.5. You want to be anal. That I think Beth is going to get it. That's just my prediction. Now I could be totally wrong, but we'll see what happens. Again, I haven't seen any spoiler pictures or anything confirmed. I'm just making a prediction. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think Beth is going to die? Let's do some Matt Lockery. Let's think about it a bit, and let me know what you think. Or do you think they're going the other route and they're starting to try to develop some kind of relationship for Daryl, a love interest for Daryl in the series, even though she's really young? People did point out too that she's not underage anymore. Technically, I mean, but you know what I'm saying too, though, right? She's really young for Daryl. Daryl and Carol are pretty close in age. It's just weird that Daryl at his age would be hooking up with, somebody that's 19 or whatever, 18, whatever her age actually is, depending on her birthday. It's I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. I'll call it here. That's it for this video, guys. I'll see you for the next one. This is Trev saying peace.